Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of TerraTech. Have a look at this amazing new tech that I've designed right here. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? It is just a little something I put together while I'm messing around here, doing an experiment, and I thought we'd start recording and I'd show you what's going on here. So by the way, block dispenser, still nothing from it. We're yet to really leave the area with a tech and go a long way away. However, our base is still anchored nearby. So who knows if that's going to dispense something again. We'll find out one day though. In this episode, what we're going to be doing is redesigning a harvester. Now, we've done a few of these before, but now we're settled down. We got this idea that we're going to have a base and that we're going to be able to park our techs inside, and we're not going to rely on that rubbish AI. All it does is ram itself into things, and I think it's going to be good to design ourselves a vehicle. But the thing is, I was tweeted a tweet by Red, Mr. Redstone Modem, who sent me a really cool design for a harvester, and it's kind of got a solution. It's a solution with a flaw, but a flaw that's probably never realistically ever going to be a problem. And what we're going to do is sort of recreate his design. Now, in the previous episodes, we picked up this thing right here, which is the tractor pad. This holds a lot of resource chunks that we have right here, and we're going to try and incorporate this into the design for the sake of using it, which I think is both going to help us and make the design a little bit cooler as well. So, let's talk about the problem that we face when we use these things right here, which are conveyors. If we have a conveyor, it's going to start moving the items around, and then if we have a refinery, that's going to refine the materials. Surprise, surprise. But the problem is, sometimes it doesn't put it into the delivery cannon behind it, and it puts it back out onto the conveyor like that, and then that means that it's not going to go into the refinery again. So what you can't do is just have a refinery then a delivery cannon, because things go back, and that's after you've used a conveyor. So that's why we've been using these things directly into the refineries, which have been making our designs a little bit awkward and bulky. So now that it's done refining things, what we're going to do is grab that, put it back over there. I'm going to show you the design to an extent that that Red made and what he sent me, and I think this is going to work out perfectly actually, because this is 4 wide, which is exactly what we need. Okay, so forget how ridiculous this thing looks at the moment. The idea is really clever. It's that you have a path that goes around past the refineries and then around to the delivery cannons. Now what this means is the materials go in to the refinery, then into the delivery cannon, and if another one goes in and goes back out again, then it's going to continue its way down here and around this side into the cannons. So if it gets processed but then goes back on the conveyor belt right here, then it'll go around. And the only way it would break really is if all 6 of these were in use at once and an item had passed all the way down, which might actually be impossible due to the way that it moves items, let's say, one at a time, which would be really cool if that was the case. So let's add these 2 at the back here, and you'll actually see it in action immediately, because now they're going to go around to the side, and now they can start going into the delivery cannons. So obviously we've got to put some wheels on the back of this, and we'll be able to maneuver it around, but that's basically it. That's the back of the structure right there, and I really like it. Now what they had done before is had some conveyors coming around the front and attaching these things to it, but we can do it with this thing right here, which means we can put a lot of them around the front here, which is something that I really wanted to be able to do, so you can sort of breeze into an area, destroy stuff, and then pick it all up. Now, Red in his design has, assume it's a him, has a drill on the front, just one of these, and I want to put 2 on mine because I'd like it to be a little bit wider and be able to be a little bit more destructive. So I'm going to finish designing this thing now, and I'll show you when it's done, and then we can go harvest some resources. And this thing is surprisingly, I don't know what the word I was trying to say there even was. Surprisingly maneuverable. There we go, whatever. Me and English, never been too great at it. Surprisingly, that's the word. Sometimes when I talk, the words just, I'm trying to think of what they are and they don't come to my brain. Whatever. Let's talk about this little thing right here, because it looks absolutely amazing. A tidy little tech, built for purpose, and check it out, 3 drills. We're able to squeeze all of those in at the front, and I like this pad at the top here. I like the amount of these things that we got to pick up the items. I think this thing's going to perform really well. We could put another 2 on either side at the back here, but I kind of felt like that sort of did the job right there. And I think what I might also do is add a battery and some healing pads, since we got loads of those to spare. But let's go out and harvest some materials. We've got some blue crystals up ahead. We've also got a baddie over here. We've got to watch out for him because we have no weapons on this thing whatsoever. We could of course add some, but it is a harvester and that's its purpose. So let's put it to use. We were able to go up this hill, that's good. We're going to test this thing out. What's going on now? Oh, you got to be kidding me. No. No, that's not... That is really unfortunate. I guess we could probably get away with moving this little bit up here around a bit and pushing it all back. But that... I did not expect. I guess it is in front of where the drill is. Okay, let's redesign this a touch. Okay, that gap there looks really awkward. I've shifted everything back one and it should now work. So let's hold down spacebar and bam, there you go. Destroyed it in seconds, bam, all the materials go on top. Take down a tree? No, apparently trees are too difficult for this thing. Is it because we're facing downwards slightly? That is kind of worrying. What we might be able to do is rotate the drill in the middle. Oh, wait a minute. Can we just batter into it like that? What we might want to do is just rotate this one around so it faces upwards. Apparently I'm not allowed to do that. Maybe that can't fit up there if it does face upwards. Okay, let's put it back down. So it looks like the tree's going to... Nope, apparently it's not going to get away with one. Okay, so the better places to go and get resources and put this machine to the test are the lush green areas. And they're quite some way away. We do have a patch of rocks. You see what I did there? Rocks with a CK and patch, but I put them together. Oh, it happens way too often. Right, and apparently there's a baddie somewhere around here, but he looks like he's the other side of the rocks. No, he's going to attack me. Forget about it. I'll go and find a patch of resources that aren't defended by some crazy tech. Apparently this wheel is placed on sideways. I'm not really sure what it means by that, because I placed it like a normal wheel. All the other ones seem to be okay. And yeah, I brought in a friend to help clear out the enemy tech, and it reminded me of something this one needs, which is lights. Got a little bit of light from the cab right there, but anyway, let's hold down spacebar and hopefully mash our way through all of this. So because the drill isn't wide enough, you can see we can't just charge through, which is something I try to achieve with those other designs. So I could always come back to this, make it a little bit bigger, make some blocks that are wider, and add more drills, but it's already pretty wide as it is. However, if we were to remove some of these blocks and design it a little bit differently, we could bring the wheels in a little bit as well. So there's some more revision ideas right here. So I'm just going to mess around with that and do some more testing. Alright, a successful redesign right here. We can now mash our way through trees, which is awesome because I've moved the drills forward a little bit just by bringing out these blocks. And as for the rocks though, and trying to hit something that comes into this little gap right here, you can see there's like a 1 block variance, so still isn't quite what we want. We'd want the drills to come out further, but I don't really want to put 4 on the front of this. So, I mean, I could give it a try, but then I think we'd be pushing it with the whole weight barrier. But I'm happy with this, and we don't really need to be resource gathering right now. I just really wanted to build that because I was inspired by the tweet, which was so awesome. So that is a fantastic design. Thank you once again to Red for sharing that with me. And now we're going to go back to working on the base. And I'm not sure what it is we're going to do next. We may have to go and scavenge for some more materials. Okay, see this little fella right here? He's attacking our blocks. That's no good. Something just occurred to me though. None of these are attacking. If we press spacebar, they start attacking, which is interesting. What happens if we remove the cab on this thing? Where did I put the cab? All the way down there. So now it's no longer a thing. Are they going to automatically attack? I mean, that thing is still there, right? So this whole time I've been lining our base here with loads of weapons to defend it with, which is something I've seen some of you commenting about. I don't know if that's from people that play the game. So I was under the impression this is a thing that you do in the game, is what I'm trying to say. Not trying to blame anyone. Oh no, let's go over here and take care of this thing. Bam! See you later. Yeah, so our base isn't going to defend itself, which is kind of worrying. And there's something else that's worrying as well, and I'll show you what that is, because we need more of these yellow blocks to progress. No, I did not just try and throw it over there. What was that about, eh? Let's put you back there. Yeah, for us to progress, we need new blocks, yellow blocks, and I realised that this harvester's cool, but it's going to take a really long time. I mean, a really long time to get up the kind of materials that we want. And what wouldn't take a long time is finding some yellow techs and destroying them. Problem is, I've been circling the base and I haven't seen a single yellow tech. That up there might actually be one though. That kind of looks like one, which is interesting because... Okay, sod's law. You start recording and they start spawning in. Well, I circled the area and then I did actually select this thing. My theory was that if you're in you're currently selected this one and things are spawning, then it's going to be a yellow one. Otherwise, it's going to be something equivalent, which is what we've seen. So it looks like we've got another one over there, which I'm thinking about taking up. Taking out, so we can gather some materials from it. Although it doesn't look like it's loaded with a lot of yellow blocks, or any at all, really. So maybe that's not the ideal one to go for. Who knows what to do? Anyway, I'm going to heal up before we do anything. Oh, we're being attacked again. And of course our base isn't defending itself. Man, that's annoying. See you later, guy. You are no match for us. I'm not even going to bother to pick up the bits from it. Let's just get a bit of healing here going on. Healing. I never say the right thing. I either say like refueling or healing. Charging up the battery. That's what we're doing. And that thing is dangerously close to us. Anyway, there's a little bit of a firefight going on over here. So I thought we'd investigate that base over there. And also, let's see if we can just come in here and take these two out. Is that even a little yellow one as well? It kind of looks like a yellow one, doesn't it? And we're kind of getting stuck on the land a little bit here. Okay, so what are they doing now? Are they going to team up on me? I hope not. There we go. There we go. It's kind of difficult to actually get manoeuvred in this thing at the moment. I don't know why. It seems to be a bit sluggish lately. Maybe I've overloaded it with too many weapons. Right, and there we go. That's us taking the victory here. Just finishing off the fight the two of them had. Alright, so this one's got a bit of armour, which is alright. We need that on our walls of our base, which is extremely vulnerable now. Oh, I wish there was a way to get it to fire. Maybe if you put an AI on it. Oh, that's an idea. I bet loads of you have been screaming that at me in the comments on the last few videos. Had to record a few of them here back to back. Let's have a look. So let's pick up some armour, and then we will go and put an AI on the base. I bet that does the trick. There we go. Just slap you on the side since we can do that. We're not really interested in any of these other blocks. It's just the 4 pieces of armour. There we go. And how did the other one fit on that side then? Have I lost the light over there? Yep, I've lost the light off the side of it. Okay. So this little base right here, what's going on? Are you stationary? No, you're just 2 techs that are defending it together. Okay. And I think the base might now be ours. At some point it's going to become ours on the radar. And I thought it might have been when the shield went down. Okay, so that's one of them down. Second one's close to going down. Come on! Let's do this. Bam! That was nice. Just a little bit left to destroy. Don't destroy too much of that stuff, please. And there we go. Right, is it ours now? How does it become ours? Do we have to pick up something and attach to it? I'll put that in the ground. I don't know. It still counts as the enemies, apparently. Anything useful here? This thing I'd like to keep. We're going to attach it to that thing for now. And that'll do. So I don't know why that's still classified as an enemy base. But let's head back over here. And let's put an AI on this thing. I can't believe I haven't thought of that sooner. That'll literally be the way. It's got no wheels, so it can't move around. It just needs to be able to defend itself. And I just pressed shift then, thinking I need to get out of this vehicle. What game is that from that you do that? That I've been playing. I haven't been playing any sort of game like that recently. Just had that very impulsive, oh, I need to press this button and hop out of my vehicle. So we click on our payload terminal right here. If it will let me do that. And no, not a tech. A block. An AI module. I'm sure this is going to be the solution. It seems so silly that I didn't think of it earlier. Alright, we had to use this one over here because the other one's all sort of locked up. So that now makes this thing like an AI. But it can't move anywhere. It's got no wheels. So I guess we've got to sort of wait for a test. What is that there? That's the block dispenser. Maybe what we could try and do is lure something over here. That sounds like a good idea, actually. And I'll take the armor off of this thing, don't worry. So there's a small tech right here. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, there's a massive one up there. Hey, that might be the sort of one we want to take out, just not right now. Because we want this one to come follow me. You going to follow me, guy? Going to follow me into a trap? And get destroyed by my base, my beautiful base. Come on. Come on, be a good sport. That's right, that's right. Now just follow me. Is he doing it? Sort of is. We've got to strafe a little bit here to avoid its fire, but also keep it coming towards us. This is good. I've got a feeling this is going to work. So, I reckon any time now it's going to come into range of our base. Are you going to fire? Fire at the enemy, please. Do I have to tell you to do something different here? Let's see. Let's set it to... There we go. Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I barely saw what happened there. I was looking in the menu, and then all of a sudden, hell rains down on it. Amazing. Okay. So that works. We've solved that problem. I apologise to anyone who's been face desking or screaming in the comments for the last couple of videos. Put down an AI. It's done now. Don't worry about it. That's great. That's nice that we've like both found and solved the problem in one episode here. Alright, we are charged up and ready to go. The surrounding area looks good. There was one over there that looked a little bit mean, but it seems to have despawned. And now we're going to go for this one up ahead, which I'm not sure about it. It's got what looks like a lot of weapons on the side. Hoping they're facing to the side and not forward, because we're going to go and hit it right here. Let's hold down space while we do this. Every shot counts. And let's just ram... Oh, it's got some coil weapons right there. Let's ram right into the front of it. And we have just taken a lot of damage. You can see there we're healing. Let's get out of here. And we've healed back up a little bit. So let's take a step back and see... Oh, we did an immense amount of damage there. That looks really good. How much battery do we have? All of it. Excellent. We can do that a couple more times at least then. So now we want to consider which of these blocks we don't want to get damaged. Can we... Oh, we can drag them from there. Oh, quick. Move, move, move. Move and fire. Fire, fire, fire. And I feel like I'm stuck on something. Let's back out of there. By the way, I took the guns off of the bottom of this thing, and it feels like that's made a big difference to how quickly it can move. If you remember, we had one at the front and back. Yeah, that's like made a big difference. Let's have a look. Down to halfway. We can probably do like one or maybe two more of these then. This time, though, we want to get straight in there. Oh, look at all those lasers on the side as well. Okay, and that was a lot of damage, but we have also taken a fair amount as well. Right, one more push, I reckon. Let's try and go from over on this side a little bit more. And stay out of range of it as well would be a good idea. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Or maybe actually probably hitting it from the other side altogether, where the other wheels were, because that seems to blow up really quick, whereas this, not quite as good. Oh, and I've misaligned myself here. It did hardly any damage to us then. Right, let's do this again. We're taking damage. Not sure where from though. I can sort of see something firing from the top there. Alright, I think that's us done. That's our first run. Oh, can we get out of here? I think we've got very little battery life left. Alright, we're gonna step back, recharge, and then come back over here. Okay, round two. Do you know what? We're not gonna get a lot from this, but because we keep going back and forth with just this thing, I mean, we're investing... Oh, that's got a lot of coil lasers, and they're not firing at us, which is good. That's very good. Oh, and that's got to be it now. Kaboom! Yes, that's it. See you later. So, let's look at how many things we got from this. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7? Not that great. And I want to pick up those ones down there. But a ton of weapons, which is always good, although we're starting to have too many weapons, can you believe it? We're going to bring all of this back now, so the way that I'm going to do that is just check out what's behind us. It's a small fella. If we do this quickly, it's not going to be too much of a hassle. What I'll do is I'll bring up the beam. You've seen me do this before, but I'll give you a quick demonstration. We're going to plop one there, one below it, and then start making a platform, and then put the big wheels on this thing. So now if that guy causes me trouble, all I've got to do is put these wheels on quickly. Do we have 4 wheels? We actually have 3, don't we? How is that going to work? Right, let's put you on the side there in the middle. Since we only have 3 wheels, I'm going to plop you back down and we're going to test this out. Believe it or not, it is actually stable. That's incredible. Are they some new block types? What's this? What's that? That's just a light by the looks of it, but we haven't seen that before. So that's cool. And this is how we're going to get all of the blocks back as well. Well, this monstrosity is going to make it back safe and sound by the looks of it. I got kind of stuck on the terrain back there and had to put this wheel on the back to sort of wedge it off. But there you go, we managed to make it back. And it'd be so nice if we could just detach this little bit right here. In fact, there's an undo button, and I might regret doing this if it doesn't work in this situation. But I'm going to do it anyway for you guys who've been telling me. Yeah, I want to undo that. Bam. We'll have it back like that for now. Although we still have to take it all apart, but I think I'd rather do it bit by bit. And look at the firepower of this thing. Those coil lasers, so many of them. I think we might want to redesign this thing at some point and put a lot more of them on. Or is it me? Have we actually lost 3 coil lasers off the front there? They might be outside the range of the shield, you know, and got blown up. Who knows? So progress has been a little bit slow at the moment. Really wish we'd have found more of these yellow blocks. But there you go. That's all I've got time for today, unfortunately. And I'm hoping that this strategy will continue to work, because bit by bit we'll get more and more of this wall built up. But I guess next episode I'll probably have all of this sort of integrated into the base a little bit more. But that's going to be it from me this episode. Do hope you have enjoyed it. As always, if you have, leave a like on the video. It makes a big difference. Your support is always appreciated here. And that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.